week on What's Cooking, we are chatting to a theatre, film, and music personality. Lize Ehlers will be making a wholesome homemade meal, which is easy to make for lunch or dinner with an easy, quick recipe. All right, now welcome back. As promised, we are in the kitchen with my special guest who will be running throughout the kitchen and telling you guys all about the amazing dish we'll be preparing for today. Now, I'm not alone, like I said. I'm here with my special guest, Lize. How are you doing?
Fantastic. How are you, Etu?
I'm well. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. Food is such a love language.
Nice.
So it's going to be a beautiful little time for us.
Okay, so you specifically decided to make this one dish. Why? And tell us about it.
You know, in life, you kind of gravitate towards the stuff that makes you feel really good. And a good chicken salad with soy sauce and sesame seeds and avo, hey, it's like it hits that spot that you need when, especially when you've been going through a lot and you're like, okay, I've had a lot of carbs and
Nice
I
comfort
feel,
food, a
yeah,
healthy
I
one.
feel sluggish. So this is the opposite of sluggish. This is fresh. This is olive oil. Phenomenal avos. I hope they're lovely from Food Lovers Market.
Of course, I know Food Lovers always comes through for the girl, so I'm sure that they made sure today.
I'm excited. I'm
Okay.
excited.
So run us through what we have. You partly mentioned some of the ingredients that we have. Run us through what we have on your side, and I'll do the same on my side.
Okay, so just beautiful lettuce, obviously washed and drained because that is the very important part. But this is the bulk of the meal.
Okay.
And then the sesame seeds we have to toast a little bit, but that's not necessary, you know. But toasting when you toast anything, it comes to life.
A different flavor also.
Then my favorite thing to cook with is ginger. It's a natural antibiotic, which is why I hardly get sick. Funny that I sound a little bit sick today, you know, Murphy's Law. But ginger and garlic together with soy sauce and honey with chicken is like you know that match made in heaven where all the angels and the doves fly. That's what that combination is. And then paprika is just always good because it just gives something. You'll see all the TikTokers, they're like paprika. Exactly. And then feta is just a yummy little extra, and cucumber obviously just to inject a lot of water into the dish and the crunch.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, so on my side, I'm not sure if I'm going to get into detail like Lize just did, but excellent job on your side. We have some garlic here. And then we have the fresh chicken breast.
Yes.
This is also Food Lovers, as well as some olive oil. And then we have some avocados. I love avo with some salt aromats, typical of me. And then we have a lemon as well as some cocktail tomatoes.
Yes.
So these are the ingredients we'll be working with right after we get back. Welcome back. Now, it's my favorite time. One of my favorite times on the show. My favorite time is yet to come, the eating part.
Oh, sis, let's agree to agree.
Definitely. Okay, so we're in the kitchen now. I want to get cooking. What are we starting with and what are we doing?
Always starting with the garlic and the ginger. So that's a lot of chopping that has to be done first. So I'm going to take the garlic and mince that quite small. And if you can then just
How many cloves do we need?
I think I'm going to use about 3. It's quite garlicky. But if you take one and you just chop the head off like that, then the rest of the skin comes off. You go the other way, chop the head off, and then the peeling is super easy.
Nice. Okay, so I can use one more?
I think one more. Otherwise, we will have garlic breath for the rest of our day, and then I'm not sure what the other people are going to think.
Like what was happening. Okay, so Lize, tell me about your time in the kitchen. What do you love to make when you get into the kitchen? What is your favorite thing to make?
Wait, I think I am such a fast chef. Like I make I make food very fast because as a mother of 2 teenagers, you're like, okay, where's time? But I've made a warm lunch every single day of my 15-year married life. So that is quite it's quite a thing.
Yeah.
I think it's what brings my family together, the fact that we can sit around a table and have a beautiful meal together. The only thing that I can think of that I really love to make, obviously, is a stir fry.
Okay.
Anything to do with chicken or beef. I really, really love soya sauce, although it has gluten, and I'm not allergic, but I'm highly sensitive.
Okay.
And when
I'm not gonna use too much of that today. I'll make sure
no,
of it.
girl, you brought me the nice low sodium one. I've already taken my gluten pills, so I'm ready.
So
I'm
you're ready for this one.
But of course, I think a pasta is always a very easy, quick dish for any family.
Yes.
And
Love a good pasta.
yeah, always, always, always.
Are we speaking about seafood pasta, chicken pasta?
I'm highly allergic, sis,
Oh my
to
gosh.
seafood.
You're missing out.
I'm missing out so much because I only found out recently that due to stress, you can actually develop allergies.
Oh.
Because I was never really sensitive to gluten, but through stress and life, became really gluten intolerant.
That's new.
And then I was always allergic to shellfish, never allergic to regular fish. I loved me some sushi. And just one day, I had like a fresh piece of salmon and my throat just started closing. I was like,
Never again.
never, ever, ever. So, and then I went to the doctor and he was like, allergies come when you're very stressed. So I've obviously been very stressed, but I do love a good bit of stress.
Okay.
Because it drives things forward. And as a result, I've just been listening to my body to not indulge in seafood or fish.
Okay.
But yeah.
Very interesting. So I'm done chopping up my clove. I don't know, should I
I'm
add
done
it
with
to
mine
the
too.
pan?
We're just gonna finish cutting the ginger because ginger can be very pungent. It's a very strong taste. I hope you like ginger.
I don't mind ginger.
You don't mind it, but you don't love it.
Not too much of it. You think that you cook with ginger a lot?
Every day.
This is probably the first person I meet that cooks with ginger.
Really?
Yeah, because everybody cooks with garlic.
I can
Ginger
put ginger
is-
into everything. My children, they're like, "Where's the ginger, mama?" I'm like, "Oh,
Really?
I didn't buy it
So
today."
you make a stew and put ginger in it.
100%, because the ginger brings out the flavor of the meat. It like seasons the meat.
Guys, I'm gonna try this. I hope you're gonna try this as well. But I'm definitely gonna try it out. Wow. Okay.
But I'm gonna use less because I see if I use all of this, all you're gonna taste is ginger, honey. We're gonna use half.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So let me get this beautiful induction stove on, and then I just go up.
Yes, all the way.
Okay, and if you can hand me that lovely olive oil.
Here.
Then we just start frying the ginger and garlic, and while we
Just tell me
do
when it's enough.
just a nice layer, because we want juicy chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Cool.
Okay, so you can definitely put in your garlic so long because induction is quite fast.
Yeah.
So I always know that if it's like half heat,
Then
then you
on.
put,
Let me just taste it.
it's almost there. Not quite.
Almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's sunflower oil, there's olive oil, there's butter. Your go-to is
Olive oil.
why?
The taste. Butter is very luxurious, very delicious. But I think the taste for me with olive oil, it's like it brings the dish together. It feels expensive and Italian,
Yeah, we love it.
and that's what we want. So we
Can I
have
put it
that
in
ready.
now?
Yes.
Okay.
You'll see that it sizzles, but it doesn't go like shh.
Yeah.
Because you don't want burnt garlic, sis.
Today I'm gonna jump over. I'm gonna leave you in the kitchen.
Okay, only half the ginger because I don't want to kill you today.
Okay.
In the meantime, I'm going to put the
heat back on
the
low.
heat a little bit lower so that we can start cutting the chicken. Theater is my life.
How did you get into it? Because
Yes.
I saw on the bio that you sent me, it was quite filled with it. How did you
Yes.
get into it and why?
Definitely through my teacher mother, my late beautiful mother, Catherine Kuberski. She always used the method of theater to teach in her grade 1 class.
Yeah.
And then when I'm not even sure how old I was, I jumped onto a train from Marienthal, my hometown, and I came to Windhoek to see Sandy Rudd's animal farm. My father thought I went missing. The family was in a crisis. But luckily, my eldest sister, Rochelle, she picked me up at the train station and took me to the theater school on Robert Mugabe Avenue. And it was phenomenal.
Now, Lize, why didn't you inform your parents?
Because I was a crazy little adventurer.
Oh my God.
I wanted to be the girl who jumped on a train and went to Windhoek to see her first real theater piece.
A very interesting story to tell, because if I was your mom, I'd be furious as well, because where is this child?
And young, my dear, I wasn't even 15 or 16. I was like a baby. And
oh my gosh.
I just had this calling, and I think that's what has been driving me my whole life, is to, like, when something calls you, go. Like, don't ask
Went for it, dive.
And look at me now. You know, I won Best Theatre Actress in Windhoek in 2007, and I won that award again, directed by Sandy, and the first one by Tanya Blanche. So again in 2017.
So you're just shining, collecting these accolades.
It's hard work. It's hard work. I must tell you, it's very hard work, but I think it has paid off. Let me just grab this so that we can start turning the heat up a little bit.
Should I turn it up?
Yes.
Okay. Still in the kitchen with Lize here. The kitchen smells phenomenal. I love it. I love what's happening here. I quickly want to have a taste of your chicken.
Have a taste, because it's still very juicy. I'm considering, should I add the sesame seeds now for that nutty flavor? Should we add a bit more honey and soya sauce? Because I didn't overpower it with anything. So it's very subtle.
I love it.
Do you? It's very clean.
I don't know what you should add.
It's very clean.
It's giving,
right?
Giving what it's supposed to give.
Because at the end, we'll definitely still mix some soya, some honey, and a bit of olive oil with the sesame seeds. And obviously, that's going to give that extra delicious, like, glaze over the top. So let me not over-season
Please don't. I love it as it is.
Great.
Okay, for now,
I will chop the lettuce, and if you could just give us some beautiful slices of just rings of cucumber, just half is fine, and then we'll go over to the queen. You know, the cherry on the cake is our beautiful avocado.
Okay.
And then we'll also do a bit of the cherry tomatoes.
So these slices,
just nice and bite size. I'm doing the same with my lettuce.
Okay. All right. So we're just speaking about theater and how you got into it and how many accolades you've won thus far. What does theater bring out of you? What type of person are you when you're in theater? Like the same one in the kitchen we have today, or is it a different person?
I think I'm pretty chill today. My theater life is very blessed by having a mentor, Sandy Rudd.
Yeah.
And I think during rehearsals it gets a bit manic.
Yeah.
Obviously, as a method actor where you become the role, it's very, very, very tough when you don't have a snap out session or a debrief.
Okay.
Because then you might take your character home, and that can be incredibly difficult when you play very tough characters like the one Leia B I portrayed, which in the end I really needed a long time to debrief and get out of her. She was jailed for stealing a loaf of bread, and then she literally got raped in the prison, which is a hard reality for a cooking show to talk about, but that's the reality for a lot of people. And you're like, to go into that role is quite hectic, and you have to snap out of it before you resume your everyday life.
Yes. So you mentioned that you have teenage children.
Yes.
How did they take it? You seeing that you come home with this character? Have you taken a character home before?
Oof, they're like, Mama, can we have a minute?
Snap out of it.
Can we have a minute? And I love that my kids feel safe with me, that they can say, can we have a minute? You know, because sometimes parenting can be so authoritative,
Yes.
and kids can't speak to their parents. My kids can speak to me. We speak about everything.
Yeah.
And we also recognize when the one is not in a good space.
Okay.
Perfect.
add these on
Yes,
here?
please.
Nice.
I love our clean cooking boards because I've seen people chop raw chicken and then chop
And
veggies
right
on the raw chicken, and I'm like, are you
Excuse me?
waiting to go to hospital? Because that's not how we do it, sis.
Transferring everything onto everything else.
Yes.
Hmm.
So it's just a beautiful, summery, but of course this is also delicious in winter with like a warm dressing.
Okay.
I'm just cutting these in half.
Up next we have avo.
Yes. So
Okay,
how do
I'm
you
just
cut your
gonna-
avos?
I'm just gonna. I usually just slice it.
Slice it, and then what do you do with the pit? Do you like gouge it out, or do you go clack in the middle?
In the bin.
Okay, let me see. Let me see. I want to learn your technique.
Okay, so I just usually slice it like that.
Mm-hmm. That's
until the
perfect.
next corner,
Yeah.
and then open it up.
Cool.
And
Do we have a delicious soft one?
I think so.
Almost, yeah.
Okay.
And then you just take your knife and you hit it on the pit, and that way the pit will come out. Careful for your
pit?
beautiful hands. Just hit it hard.
Should I use the back?
Maybe I can do one and then you can do the other. So I usually do this. I go clack, and then I just remove the pit. It's
my
so
gosh.
easy.
Lisa,
and then you
you're
just
supposed to
like,
come onto the show a long time ago because I've been scooping
have you been
these.
no?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
No, 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 no.
I
So
wanna try
once
this
you,
again. This is nice. Exciting.
it's such an easy trick, and I love it because it makes life easy.
Where did you learn this from?
Everyone Can Cook by Jamie Oliver. Yes, queen.
One time.
One time.
Give me my trophy, please. I need it.
I have it under my
I need it.
my beautiful thing here.
Like I mentioned earlier, this is my favorite part of the show. I love to eat. I love to see the amazing food that we've just created a good mess in the kitchen.
Yes.
But Lisa, how phenomenal does your salad look?
I think it looks like a real salad. The one, not the one on Pinterest, but the one that your mama makes when you just want something yummy and filling, and there's no carbs there, babes.
I was saying earlier, when you come from school and your mom made food, it's giving.
It's
Okay,
giving.
let's get a good bowl of salad in our bowls.
Yeah.
And then we have some Coke, of course. Coca-Cola does bring people together.
And food tastes better with Coke. I'm gonna
Cheers to
take a
that.
sip just because I can.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. I think this is what we needed.
Okay.
Okay, are you gonna dish or am I gonna dish?
I think I'll let you dish.
Because you need some good pieces of chicken.
Yes.
And you need some good pieces of avo. Like I'm looking for the avo.
I'm waiting to see the ever in my bowl. I love it.
That is what it needs to be.
I love that the salad is already dressed. It's already
dressed.
ready to eat.
Yeah, more?
Yes, that's good.
Okay,
Thank you
perfect.
so much.
Gonna do the
I
same
want
for
to dig
me.
in, but let me wait.
No, you could, please. I always say, let's just dig in.
Okay.
Dig in, give me a verdict. Like my heart is racing all of a sudden. I don't know why.
Really?
I have made this before, so it's not a thing of.
No, I'm sure you know what you're doing. You know what you're talking about.
But yeah, like especially the cucumbers give it a nice crunch. That's what I want in my bowl. Let's see. There's a lot of flavors happening, but we didn't overcook the chicken. It's tasty. Bit citrusy.
Very tasty. I love that we use lemon.
It cleans the palate.
I love it, Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
I want to keep eating, but I have so much to speak about. Earlier, we spoke about the film industry.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you're also part of the music industry. Namibia Music Awards. How was your journey like? Tell us about your first time being part of, those that were awarded, and maybe behind the scenes. Like, what is it like?
Making music, whether in Namibia or outside, is very, very hard work. You have to be so sure about your sound. And at the same time, your sound needs to keep evolving because we're so few people. We're not Nigeria with the millions and the millions. And therefore, first of all, your product has to be full of quality. And people need to see that you love what you're doing.
Yes.
So they see that I love what I'm doing. I have 6 albums out, and in 2019, I walked away with Female Artist of the Year and Overall Artist. And I mean, a lot of people were upset because I was up against Exit, who has been the soundtrack to our lives. But I think the judges recognized my consistency and the fact that my music always has a message. And I think that the album that won all those accolades in 2019, when I rode in on a horse, right, at the Namas.
Is it giving drama?
It's giving so much drama.
Okay.
I think that album just solidified something for me that it takes time.
Yes.
Like, it really takes time to get to know yourself in order to make enough music. And no matter how the industry is, because there's a lot of different people with different characters, you also don't know what the next artist is going through.
Yes.
So you're all there, everybody's pretty, everybody's dressed up, everybody is a diva. But at the same time, they're also just people.
Yes.
So I think my little bit of advice or like reflection on being an artist, especially when you come together with all the other big artists in the country, know who you are. Like, you don't have to shape shift to now suddenly be like another person or to shrink. Just be yourself, be humble, be kind, but know your worth, because at the end of the day, that's what people respect.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that. Welcome back. I'm still here with Lisa. It was an amazing time in the kitchen. Once again, we've come here to have my favorite part of the show, which is to dig in. I've had a good bowl of salad today.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I'm very happy we did this.
So earlier you just mentioned, just quick touch about drag night and drag queens.
Oh,
What is
yes.
that about?
Drag Night is a phenomenal pioneering platform in Namibia. We established it, the founder, Rodelio Lewis, aka Miss Mavis Dash, together with 2 other drag mothers, Miss Monique Critique and Gigi Has Arrived. Those were the 3 founding mothers of Drag Night Namibia, together with myself as the technical director and now turned DJ. Oh my word. And in 2021, with the help of our venue partner, Cafe Prestige, we started something that unleashed the most beautiful butterfly Namibia has ever seen, where you see drag performances, and you get performances like pop performances, hip-hop performances, whatever. But a drag performance is everything elevated 50 million times. So it's splits, it's cartwheels, in heels, it's
stage.
Lashes, it's
Makeup.
hair, everything is just larger than life. And for some reason, when I'm at Drag Night, I feel so happy, I feel so safe, I feel so at home. And DJing for the queens and putting the shows together as a team, we have a phenomenal team. It's a monthly platform where you really see Namibian LGBT communities thrive. And you also see ally performers. So it's not just the LGBT, it's also us as ally performers.
Nice. So being in this specific environment and seeing how people are creative, they're being themselves extra, of course. How does creativity draw into your overall career? How do you bring creativity in every day?
Oh, I'm not sure who the author of this statement is, but creativity is an endless resource. Like creativity can never dry up like a well. And I think that's the one thread of my life, is that whether I'm cooking, whether I'm dressing, whether I'm educating my children, or all my children through drag night, because I'm the queen mother from the house of mother.
Yes.
Everything is done with love but creativity. Like you cannot come there with dry attitude, because if you attempt it with a dry attitude, the result is going to be quite bland.
Yes.
So if you attempt it with a bit of vigor, with a bit of passion, and with a bit of gratitude for being able to do what you do, it's like something just unfolds and you feel like life, like the puzzle pieces are coming together.
Yes.
So I think the glue for me in life is creativity.
Nice. Okay, just to close off, I think many of our viewers would like to know where exactly they can reach you.
Yes.
Where can we contact you and so forth?
Yes, please go to www.lizeehlers.com, or if you're not into websites anymore, like a lot of people, just go to Instagram, Lize Ehlers, or Facebook. For the older generation, you can DM me and I will get back to you, because I manage myself. I just think it's something that has helped me, grow as an artist and take full responsibility for my career. And yeah, you can also follow Drag Night NAM, follow Song Night Namibia Official. These are all the projects that I do and facilitate, and follow Alchemia for the human rights work that I do. Yeah, I think just to support each other is incredibly important.
It was definitely wholesome having you on the show today. I've learned so much from the food, from the kitchen segment that we heard earlier, as well as from your career. I love to combine careers with food. Thank you so much for joining us on What's Cooking once again.
Thank you for having me.
It was a great time here on What's Cooking today. Thank you so much for joining me, as well as my special guest Lize Ehlers for making the great bowl of salad that we just had. It was definitely wholesome. That's it for today's episode. Please join us again next week at the same time, same place.